Oh, wow. Hey, good morning, CSL. My name's Jake, that's Yuri, and that's Will, and we're the band today, and we're so excited to have already on stage with the big fiddle. Please give it up for Marina Christopher. She's going to lead us in the opening sing-along. Please sing along if you know it, and if you don't.
You start it. We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around.
We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around.
We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We
come from the water,
come from the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living on the mountain. Go back to the mountain, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living on the mountain. Go back to the mountain, turn the world around.
We come from the mountain, living on the mountain. Go back to the mountain, turn the world around.
Ah, so is the life. Ah, so is the life. Oh, so is the life. Abatiwa. So is the life. Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who we are? See we another clearly. Do you know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do you know who we are? See we another clearly. Do you know who we are? Ah, so is the life. Ah, so is the life. Oh, so is the life. Abatiwa. So is the life. Water make the river, river wash the mountain. Fire make the sunlight, turn the world around. Heart is of the river, body is the mountain. Spirit is the sunlight, turn the world around. We are of the spirit, truly of the spirit. Only can the spirit turn the world around. We are of the spirit, truly of the spirit. Only can the spirit turn the world around. Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do you know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? See one another clearly. Do you know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do you know who we are? Ah, so is the life. Ah, so is the life. Oh, so is the life. Abatiwa. So is the life. Oh, so is the life. Ah, so is the life. Oh, so is the life. Abatiwa. So is the life.
That song. I love that song. Good morning. How y'all doing? What was that? Fantastic, awesome. What else? Thriving. Ooh. What was the air quotes about though? Oh, I'm Rev Jerry. My pronouns are she and her. I'm really thrilled to be here this morning. I'm thrilled you're here, out there, in here. Oh, it's a good day. I wanted to share something that I read this morning. It's from 365 Days of Richer Living. If you don't have that book, I encourage you to get it because it has wonderful things for each day. It's written by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And it really sums up our teaching, so I wanted to share it with you. It starts like this. Established in truth, I see God everywhere. Around me, within me, beneath me, above me, God is the reality of my being. I live in a perfect presence. I'm acted upon by a perfect power. I am living a life divine. That's us. Sound good? Right? I want more of that. Living a life divine. If you're here for the first time, there are cards in the seat back in front of you, like this. If you're online, there's a clickable version of this. There's a connection card if you want to know more about us. I want to know more about you. Every day, I swear, every Sunday I come here, I meet somebody new, and it's really been exciting. Or I see old friends like I did today. It's wonderful that we're all getting together, coming into this place, whether we're in body, online, sometime, but we're together in consciousness, and I love that. So if you want to know more about us, I kind of dabbled for a couple years before I said, okay, I'll give you my email. But I wish I'd done it sooner. Who knows what might have happened. It's a good thing to be a part of this place. The other card I want to draw your attention to is the support card, prayer card. There's a lot of prayer going on today because we have tune-ups. Kathianne will tell you more about that later. But I was thinking on the way in, it's like, well, if life's going really good and you want more of that, get a tune-up. If life is confusing and you feel despair, get a tune-up. And if you don't know what you want, get a tune-up. Today is a wonderful day also. We are fundraising for the teen camp. Woohoo! Yeah. Anybody got teens? One. Older teens. CSL Teen Camp, they're putting on a baked potato bar. You know you want one. Sour cream, bacon. Me, I like the skin. Anybody? Yeah. Yes. Have the potato, give me the skin. We'll talk maybe. Okay. I'll be quiet. It's your turn. No, it's your turn. No, it's your turn.
Yay. Good morning. I'm Kathianne Lewis, and my pronouns are also she and her. Let's just take a deep breath. What a good day. We go to the mountaintop of consciousness, and we come back to the world, and we give that essence of what we've discovered away. We go into the fire of trouble. We don't stay there, we walk through it. We get purified by it. We discover that we're not what we fear, and we come back and we give that essence away. We go into the water, the depths of our soul. We cleanse ourselves of the daily hubbub, and we come out refreshed and we give that essence away. To me, that's prayer. So let us climb the mountain together, my friends. Not only that we can just know our God in a deeper way, but then we can give that essence away. And so I speak my word of blessing from that place, knowing that whether we are dipping our toes and our body in the water, we're moving through the fire, or we're climbing the mountain, we are doing it together. And then whatever we gain, we give it away. And to that idea, this beautiful service is dedicated. And so it is.
by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain, to my body and my brain, to the music of the land. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered beak up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless the seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Inch by
You're the best whistlers I've ever known. I'm just amazing. And the song is perfect. And Marina will be at CBEC. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Woohoo. We could have a whistle off. I know. It's not a, there would be nobody that could do that, but I just thought I'd say it anyway. Today I want to talk about the spirituality of the earth. But before I do that, I had the most interesting evening last night. I was asked to speak at a conference being put on by the Kriya Yoga, that's Yogananda. That's his organization, and the gurus that followed him. And anyway, they have a guru, and he's got a long name that I could, so many syllables. So I said, what can I call him? And you can call him Guruji. So it's Sri Guruji, Guruji. That was pretty much a mouthful. And I wondered why I was going there. I wondered, because it was in Redmond, and I got lost, and I was late, and I had to call him and say, I will be there, and I was supposed to be the first speaker, and they said, it's okay, we won't go to plan B. I said, you had a plan B anyway. But it's okay, we want you to get in, so just drive up, somebody will park your car. I love it, And I am apologizing profusely, and what the first person said, well, it's all God. Whoa, I like that. And then I asked, why did you ask me? Why did you ask me to speak when I got in with the guru? And one of his, one of the people that work at the, I I don't know if they call it an ashram, but it is a meditation center. He said, well, we did a lot of research and we decided that you were the closest to our teaching. And, oh yeah, it was Emma Curtis Hopkins was on, it reincarnated this little Indian guy. And, I mean, it was Emma. But anyway, so this guy is explaining that he did a research on the internet, and the Guruji says, and it's all God. It's like, you are my people. Wow. I wish and he talked about if you really discover the God in you, all you can see is the God there. Whoa, wouldn't that end a few divisions and a few arguments and a few other things and troubles? Whoa, it was so good. Anyway, I don't know how they did it, but they gave me only 5 minutes. But it might be like some power speakers we do, which we say you can have 3 minutes because we know you're going to go 6. Anyway, so I had to take notes, but I want you to this is so powerful. I said that the reason that I said yes is because the name of their conference and then their 5-day retreat that they're going to have with their guru was called Journey Within. I said, as soon as you said Journey Within, you had me because I've been doing inward journey classes forever. Oh, by the way, starting in January. Anyway, make sure you got your classes. And I said, so I want to change the order a little bit from Journey Within to Inward Journey because that fits me. And then the Guruji, for the rest of the evening, he's talking about the inward journey, the inward journey, the inward journey. It was so fun. It was so fun to speak to people who were a little more reserved. I did a few really good jokes, and I had to tell them that they were jokes. And then they politely laughed. But still, there is so much going on. We are so privileged to live in a country where people have the freedom of religion. We are so privileged to live in a country where people have a freedom of expression and that they find their path that resonates with their soul. And yet, what I heard from my sweet friend, we're now BFFs in my mind, is truth. And it may have a variation, but truth is truth. So I hope to share something that I learned from another beautiful person, and his name was Benito, because I want to talk about the earth and how the earth is alive. And Benito I think he still is, although he's been around forever and he has not changed as far as I can tell. I don't know. I think if you live at 1,600 feet in the Andes, maybe you just get preserved or something. I'm not sure. Anyways, I want to talk about the earth being alive. Would it change our way we walked on the earth if we understood that it's alive? It's not a rock. It's not a sphere. It's a living thing. I want to share with you the definition of life. This is not from Ernest Holmes. Sometimes I don't quote him. But if you're going to ever have Jerry Berry, don't call her that, I have permission. Jerry Hudson, Rev Jerry. Then be prepared to have an Ernest shared with you. And I prefer Webster's. And my Mother Earth is giving me allergies today, but I'm going to get over that. Stop it. Okay, there it is. Life is the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter. Well, okay, maybe a rock. It includes the capacity for growth, reproduction, functional activity, and continual change. I would say that the earth has at least two that we know of for sure. Functional activity and continual change. It is changing. The plates are shifting. Things are evolving. And also, I have to share this other thing with you. And I didn't research, so I have not I don't have any evidence that this is true, but what I read, and so of course I love it. No, anything that I agree with, I love. How about you? Haven't you, you want to always spread that around? Yeah, well, but everybody does it, so why not us, right? Okay, so the Earth has a heartbeat every 26 seconds. Scientists have detected a rhythmic microseismic pulse coming from somewhere in the ocean, and its exact cause remain to be unknown. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. So, boom. It's just amazing. Let me give you some examples of this. Well, you know growth, change. Plates are shifting. The Earth is moving. Some examples of functional activity, though, is kind of interesting, and I found it in Chernobyl. Chernobyl, sunflower seeds started showing up. Sunflowers remove the heavy metals from the soil. Did you know that? Did you know that they found a fungus that is thriving on the nuclear waste? The fungus is eating up the nuclear waste. It's like, yum. Yeah, I feel stronger already. No. It's wild. It's like the Earth is sending in its forces to reduce that radioactivity that harms other kinds of life. Oh, sunflowers, you can do this. Go. Hey, fungus, I got a job for you. Whew. They are now finding ancient civilizations that boggle what scientists and historians have said is the truth about humanity. They're finding civilizations that had remnants that far surpass what we ever thought humans were doing 10,000 years ago, maybe even 100,000 years ago. Why? Because they were covered up by Mama Nature. Wow. I'm amazed. You know, always changing, always shifting. The Earth, if we destroy our ability to live on the Earth will just clean herself up and move on. I don't want to do that because, frankly, I think children deserve a chance to enjoy the beauty. But boy, there's something living and breathing and beautifully expressing itself. So, going back to science of mind, God is life, and God is everywhere present. God is intelligence, and God is everywhere present. That means that living intelligence is available under our feet and over our head when we walk in a forest. Living intelligence. There's no place to go. You know, I love it that people, like my wonderful friends from last night, built themselves a meditation chapel. I'm glad that we have a sanctuary. People have built altars. The Druids had altars under the trees. But perhaps all we have to do is just take our shoes off and feel the earth. All we have to do, perhaps, is just pay attention. Just pay attention. I'm not sure who said it, but I know it was said that closer than our hands and feet and closer than our breath is the presence of God. Yeah, and under our feet. Closer than our next step is the presence of God. Or goddess, or whatever you want to call it. But the presence of love, intelligence, and life is right there with us. So, I want to talk about how Earth can provide us with healings that we need. And I'm not going to talk about herbs, which I think probably some herbs could do it, but I'm not an expert in that. But I want to share some ways that have evolved for me in my relationship with Mother Earth, especially after I met Benito. And Benito is a shaman who is the shaman, or which is kind of the spiritual slash governor slash judge slash marriage counselor for his village that lives at 16,000 feet in the Andes. He comes down to the Sacred Valley and comes down to Cusco's at 13,000 feet to work with people. By the way, he doesn't have a cell phone. So what you do, according to Camilla, is you put out the intention that you want to contact him. And one of his sons will come down the mountain to find out what's going on. And you always have the intention that he'll be where he's supposed to be on time, and he always is. Amazing. Amazing. And he would say it's because he lives close to the earth. That the earth loves its creation so much that Mother Earth cares for all creation, especially people, if we care for her. So I want to talk about a relationship. And any relationship takes some give and take. It's a conversation. So I want to talk about a relationship with Mother Earth. First of all, say thank you. That's the first thing that Benito would always do. Before we'd ask for a blessing, before we'd ask for anything, there was always first a offering and a thank you. And they call it not gazpacho, a despacho. It's a ceremony where you create a beautiful organic altar that will eventually either be burned or put into a river to float down the river. And the purpose of saying thank you is because it reestablishes the connection. What Benito said is that the earth will give us anything. The earth will give you anything. But before you can do that, you have to honor the earth by saying thank you, because the earth gets depleted with all the taking, and little giving back. So we start out with thank you. We're going to have a ceremony like that in June on a Wednesday before the summer solstice. And we'll hopefully do it out on the lawn. Ooh, it'll be beautiful. Yes. So we start with that. Then that's the giving. Then I'm only giving you things that I have tried and they worked for me. The next thing is lay or sit on the ground for support and healing. Support and healing of any kind. Lay on the ground. You got an ache and a pain? Lay on the ground. I mean, sometimes I think I can still lift what I used to lift, and I try to lift, and then my body says, you shouldn't have lifted. I lay on the ground. I lay on the ground. I heard a story a long time ago about a young man who he was a Native American, and in fact, actually, I saw an interview with him. He was a Native American, and a whole bunch of horrible things had happened to his family, and people said, how are you coping? And he says, oh, I don't cope. I give my grief to the mother. I lay on the ground, and I let the earth take my grief. Wow, what if it could be that simple? We don't know because we don't try. It's not part of our culture, but what if we started to introduce that? We got grass over here. Wouldn't that be fun? Some Sunday, a whole bunch of people just laying out in the sun, and everybody go, oh, look at them, they're trying to get a tan. No, they're trying to heal that ache, that pain, and that grief, and that sorrow, and that confusion, and that angst, and that anxiety, and that depression. Also, Green Lake's really close. Take a little walk, sit on the grass, but don't sit, but sit. Let the energy of the earth come up through your feet and your hands and your sit bones. That's what my horse trainer always says. Are you on your sit bones? But that's so. We're giving, we're receiving, and then we give again. We support our wildlife brothers and sisters because guess what? If the earth is our mother, everything else is a brother and a sister. A brother and a sister. We decrease our pesticides. I'm weaning my husband because that's just what they did. little by little, it's working. We don't feed bread to ducks. You know that, don't you? We plant flowers that pollinators love. Because if we don't take care of those pollinators, we won't have food. Eventually, we just don't have food. The earth is like a give and a take. In the Andean tradition, it's called Inti. You give and you receive, you give and you receive, and you expect that there will always be a cycle. And that's just the way it is. So when it's harvest time for one neighbor, because they try to grow different crops, it's harvest time for one neighbor, all the neighbors come and take care of that harvest very quickly. And the neighbor, the crop owners, the property owners accept that because they know that when the other neighbor, their harvest comes, they will all go and help. It's just the way it is. It's a cycle. It's Inti. You must give if you are to receive, and you must receive so others can give. Do you get that? How many of you have trouble receiving? Stop it. It's Inti. It's the cycle. It's the beautiful cycle of life. I have some seeds, and if anybody wants wildflower seeds that are good for pollinators, I will give you some after the service because I want to. I'm not Johnny Appleseed, but I am Kathy wildflower seed giver. Anyway, that's me. So then you can receive again. Ask a tree for direction or strength. Ask a tree for direction or strength. Reverend Deborah taught a class on trees and how different trees had different aspects that you could draw from, and she had you talk to them. And I, in many retreats, have people talk to trees. I've had people believe that they couldn't possibly talk to a tree, and they're usually the ones that have the most gabby tree. Like, wow, you wouldn't shut up. Anyway, because remember, God is everywhere present. And God is life, and God is intelligence. So why wouldn't a tree be intelligent? Why wouldn't we be able to tune into that intelligence? And what's so wonderful is that intelligence isn't biased. It doesn't have an opinion. It's not like asking your best friend or me or someone else. It's just the tree giving off intelligence. It's unfiltered, unbiased intelligence. And it also gives strength. That too comes from the Native American tradition. The Native American tradition is that many Native Americans didn't have horses, and so they ran from one place to another. And when they would get tired, they would have their tree. They knew where their tree was. They'd lean up against the tree, and the tree would give them energy so they could go on. Well, my husband found that out, or heard about it, and when he was going through what he called family rearrangement. A lot of us would call it divorce. Anyway, during the family rearrangement, to deal with the anguish, he ran. And he had a route that he ran at Discovery Park. And about halfway through the route, he'd be exhausted, but he had his favorite tree. And he'd just lean back against the tree, energy would come back up, and he'd finish the course. He's a believer in trees. Now, it might have just been somebody told him the tree gave energy, and so then the tree gave energy, but who cares? Who cares? It's still honoring life. It's still assuming that life is intelligent. It's assuming that everything on this planet has something to offer us, and that we are equal to it and not superior to it, because it's this whole thing about superiority and inferiority that is causing the imbalance in the world right now. We think we're better than the rest of creation. But of course, we know that's not true, right? Right. So why wouldn't it give to us if we've been giving to it? So let that tree be your best friends. best friends. Keep your cats indoors. What I've read is that the biggest contribution to the decrease in bird populations right now are cats. Oh. And we did have a hunter. The new cat stays inside, but we had a hunter. She didn't eat it. She just brought it to us. Hi, Mom, look what I found. You want to cook it? No. You know, I should have just stuffed it down their throat. You know, you catch it, you eat it. But anyway. I'm just joking, you guys. That wouldn't be our teaching either. Come on. Wow. All right. And then let Mother Nature give you awe. There's endorphins in that. Why do people go out into the woods? Why do you go walking? Why do you love a beautiful sight? Because it is awe-inspiring. Let yourself relish it. Music does the same thing. And so if you're listening to good music as you're going out in nature, whoa, how fabulous is that? We don't need drugs. We need more nature. Do you know what they found out? They found out that, because it was studied in Canada, because Canada studies those things, and I'm saying that we probably study those things too, but I studied in a Canadian survey or study, that a lot of the natives, indigenous people in Canada became alcoholics. And part of the reason was that the government at one time refused them having their own spiritual traditions. They took them away and gave them Christianity that didn't match their spiritual DNA. When they were allowed to go back to their own spiritual traditions and do their own spiritual rituals, they didn't need alcohol anymore. We need awe. And I'm not sure that I would say that we all need nature, but I would guess that we do. Because it's genetically coded in us that we lived out in nature for thousands and thousands of years. At least our ancestors did. No matter where we came from. If we go back far enough, they were on the land. Very few of us came from aristocrat, traditions. We loved I think it's in our DNA to connect with the earth, and I think we miss something when we don't. We're missing something. So, I'd love for you to join me in a prayer for Mother Earth. I invite you to spend some time on a lawn today. Maybe you'll come back after second service, take a baked potato, go sit out in the dirt someplace, enjoy yourself. Let's pray. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this beautiful, this flourishing day. Thank you for awakening us to the beauty of the sky and how it's always changing. Whether it's gray or dark or bright with light. How beautiful the sky. How beautiful the earth. Whether it seems parched like a desert or, full like a forest. How beautiful the earth. How beautiful our wonderful plant brothers and sisters, our beautiful, wonderful plant givers, nurturers, supporters. How wonderful and beautiful our brothers and sisters that come in the form of animals and insects and creepy crawly things. Father, Mother, God within, let us appreciate the beauty that it bounds, that surrounds, that upholds, that holds us. Father, Mother, God, remind us of the balance of what is invisible Ooh, with the beauty of what is made visible. Remind us always that we are cherished, and so is all creation. And everything so near us or far away speaks to us of the grandeur of the infinite universe, which is love, intelligence taking form. May we be good stewards of this beautiful earth, this day and forever. And so it is.
For the sea, I never seem to notice. She always sang for me. So if you shut down your motor, listen closer. Listen closer, because she needs you now more than ever, more than ever. So if you believe in blue, I know that she'll believe in you. I'll sing for the sea. I never seem to notice. She always sang for me. So if you shut down your motor, listen closer. Listen closer, because she needs you now more than ever, more than ever. So if you believe in blue, I know that she'll believe in you.
All right, did you write that?
No, one of my best friends did, upon meeting his birth parents for the first time and discovering his ancient Hawaiian heritage. He wrote that for the ocean.
Whoa. Sigh. Would you hand me my, yeah, no. Yeah, that. That's gorgeous.
If you want to find them, it's called Maluhia, which is traditional word for family, is the name of his band. Maluhia.
Oh, we heard it here. That's beautiful. A few things that I'd love to share with you, and I will be asking you for some money and some support, even those of you online, because we get by with support from our friends. We get by because of support from people like you. Because a lot of times we think, oh, that was nice. It's kind of like a TV show. This is a commercial. We'd love for you to buy into this message by supporting it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all those ways are on your screen or on that screen. For those of you online, it's on your small screen, big screen, whatever. But in the meantime, we have, I'm kind of going in chronological order. Today we have the wonderful opportunity to have someone pray for us, pray with us, to acknowledge us. It's been said that where two or more are gathered, there the I am is, that great presence of God. And it's just hard to explain how beautiful it is to say, this is what's on my heart, and have someone else acknowledge you and see the God in that. To see that there's something evolving from that. They're called spiritual tune-ups. And if we go get our car tuned up and we're not getting ourselves tuned up, let's think about it, okay? Think about what that's like. So I get my car, well, Tim, make sure we get our cars tuned up on time. And today is the time for those of you that are interested. And please find out about that for the, and there's online tune-ups as well for those of you online, so we're not leaving anybody out. More information about that. What practitioner would like to tell people more about it? Who wants to just say what that would be about? I'll just assign somebody. Marjorie, would you, if someone, yeah, stand up. If you want to know more about what a tune-up is like, please see Marjorie after the service, and she will tell you what tune-ups are all about. Then, this week and next week, plan your summer, because I've been looking at this. I don't know. I would be busy every single weekend, which might happen. There's family play parties. There's a dockside party on Lake Union. There is summer celebrations with wine tapas and heartfelt connections. But it's just so much good stuff. Please get one of these. Sign up to bid, because the proceeds go to CSL. It's one of our major fundraisers. But the good times will just keep rolling, and you'll meet people that you will love for a very long time. Also, and Jerry, how many of those things are you doing? Like 5? Yeah, a lot. I mean, Jerry and her household are putting on parties, showing up, putting on parties. I mean, just they are like a traveling troupe of party planners, not poopers, party planners. They're going to be great. Then on Tuesday, affirmative prayer, the class will be happening. So for those of you that want to dive deeper into the practice of affirmative prayer, I invite you to be a part of that. It begins on Tuesday, so please register at the registration table. Or for those of you online, because it is a Zoom class, you can also participate. So please feel free to sign up now. And then, just the other things is, wow, join us at CBEC. I mean, it's going to be great. It always is. It's in its DNA. And it just got better. I mean, it went from good to gooder, you know? Don't let good be the enemy of gooder. And also, I have 2 spots left at the Great I Am Deep Listening Retreat, and that's about listening. And not just being silent, listening. Because the earth speaks, the trees speak, and your soul speaks. But oftentimes we've forgotten how to listen. So I encourage you to think about that. Also, we have 2 books that I want to tell you about. Power versus Force, because that's going to be our theme for May. Let's move into a love that is powerful instead of bitching, which is negative. Not good for anybody. It isn't good for your body. It's not good for the atmosphere. It's not good for anything, right? You didn't hear. I will eliminate that one word next time. And then my book is in downstairs, which is a journal for spiritually evolving folks. And it's also in the, there's only 10 of them. So you could have them, and second service would just be late to the party. So those are all the things I want to say, except you are wonderful. How perfect to know. How perfect to hear from this wonderful gentleman last night. It's all God. You are waking up to the divinity that you are. What a wonderful journey for us to be on together. And now Nartano is going to bring up our basket. And Francie Pease is going to bless the offering, which is wonderful. Thank you, Nartano. If you want to see a sweet smile, you've got to see Nartano's smile. He's always got this sweet smile. It's like the Buddha. So wonderful. And so move into your heart space and ask your heart, what is mine to give today? How am I to support this message? Because this is a life-fulfilling message. Oh, there's so much messages out there that are like constricting. And this is a life-expanding message that everywhere we look, we have the opportunity to see the divine and have the divine support us in our spiritual evolution. How great is that? Hallelujah. And so it is. And then we have this wonderful ceremony where you come up and you give your gift in the basket, and we hear great music, and I never know what it's going to be, and it's always a surprise. And he's always got this look on his face like, oh, what will I do to the congregation today? All right, let's have it.
I'm Marjorie McKinney, as you already know, a practitioner here. And as practitioners, we love to pray. And we want to invite you to join us after the service in a prayer circle here with Sadhna. And Michael is in the back corner. He'll take your prayer requests if you want to do them privately. As we mentioned earlier, we have tune-ups this afternoon in the sanctuary here as well as online. Also online are Kay and Veronica, who will lead a prayer circle after the service for those of you who are online. And so I ask you to join me now in going into your heart and into that place, that inward journey, that place where the Pachamama lives in all of us. And as we go forth into our day, we remember to give back to the earth and to thank the earth and to receive back from the earth all of its blessings, which are so amazing because, as Kathianne says, it's all God. It's all God. And so I invite you to take that with you as you leave this place and enjoy it all week long. And so it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along. Please rise as you're able. Please get up on stage and hang out with Marina as you're able and sing whether you're able to or not. Let's do This Little Light of Mine. We'll fire it up back there. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, go. This little light of mine, I'ma let it shine. This little light of mine, I'ma let it shine.